That night I walked into something I'll never forget. My girlfriend at a party, completely exposed. I hadn't planned on going there. I only wanted to drop off her jacket because she'd left in such a hurry. The music was loud enough to shake the hallway, and people were spilling out onto the balcony. I pushed through the crowd, expecting to find her laughing with her friends. Instead, something else caught my eyes first. A circle of people cheering and holding up their phones. I moved closer, thinking it was just a game or a dance-off. But the moment I saw her, my feet froze. She was in the center of the room, not dancing, not playing, but tucked into the arms of a guy I'd never seen before. Her dress was pulled halfway down, her hair a mess, her face flushed, and everyone around them was treating it like entertainment. She didn't even notice me at first. She was too busy clinging to him like I didn't exist. For a second, I thought I must be imagining it, that maybe it was some stupid dare, some misunderstanding. But then she laughed, a wild, careless laugh I had never heard from her, and the guy whispered something into her ear that made her blush deeper. I felt something inside me snap quietly, not loudly like anger, but silently like disappointment settling into the bones. When she finally snapped out of whatever haze she was in and saw me, her face drained. The smile disappeared instantly, replaced by panic. She pushed the guy away like he was a stranger and tried to fix her dress. But the crowd had already recorded everything. She stumbled toward me, her voice shaky, calling my name as if that could undo what I had already seen. I didn't shout. I didn't accuse her. I just looked at her. Really looked. And I saw truth more clearly than any confession. She tried to touch my arm, but I stepped back. The distance wasn't physical. It was everything she had broken between us. She kept saying it wasn't what it looked like. But the room was still echoing with the cheers and whistles that told the real story. People around us grew quiet, watching the scene like another part of their party. Some tried to act like they hadn't recorded anything, but I could see phones being lowered slowly. I felt like an outsider in my own relationship, standing in a place where love should have protected me, but instead blindsided me. I didn't want to break down in front of them, so I turned around and headed for the door. She followed, grabbing my wrist, begging me to just listen. Her words were slurred, but the guilt wasn't. She knew exactly what she had done. Alcohol might have lowered her guard, but it didn't pull her into someone else's arms. Outside, the cold air hit her harder than it hit me. She was shaking, repeating apologies over and over, promising it meant nothing, that she didn't even know how it happened. But the images were burned into my mind, not just her mistake, but how comfortable she looked making it. Love doesn't disappear in a moment, but trust can collapse instantly, and she had just proved that. I told her quietly that I needed space, but really, I needed honesty, something she hadn't given me in months. Her tears fell, but mine didn't. Maybe I was too numb or too tired. Maybe some part of me already knew this was coming, that the distance between us hadn't been a coincidence. She tried to follow me to the car, but I closed the door before she could reach it. Through the window, I saw her fall to her knees on the pavement, her makeup running, her voice cracking as she called my name again. It hurt, but not enough to turn back, not anymore. As I drove away, the music from the party faded, but the scene replayed in my head like it was carved in stone. Her laughter in another man's arms was louder than any apology she could ever give. And in that moment, I realized that sometimes the truth doesn't destroy you, it frees you. I didn't look back, not because I didn't care, but because I finally understood that love shouldn't feel like a wound you keep reopening. That night changed everything, not because I lost her, but because I found myself walking away from someone who had already let go long before I did.